Welcome to Story Sprout, where every little story is a tiny seed. And today's tale might just grow something wonderful inside you. Some stories begin with a hero who already knows they're special. But today's story begins with an ordinary kid who had no idea that their choices could change not just their own life, but the lives of many others. Our story takes place in the small town of Willowbrook, where 12-year-old Alex lived, right between the library and the old stone bridge. It was a place full of secrets, history, and lessons waiting to be learned. And one evening, when the sun dipped low and shadows stretched long across the cobblestones, Alex discovered something that would test his courage, his kindness, and his ability to choose what's right even when it's hard. Alex is walking home from school with his best friend Maya. He's carrying a backpack stuffed with papers, a soccer ball bouncing at his side. Alex was like most kids his age. He loved soccer, dreaded math homework, and sometimes forgot his responsibilities like cleaning his room or walking the family dog. But underneath it all, Alex had a good heart, even if he didn't always show it.
Ugh, Mr. Sanders gave us another essay. 5 pages. Why can't teachers just let us play soccer instead of writing all the time?
Because, genius, soccer won't help you graduate 6th grade. You'll thank Mr. Sanders later.
Yeah. Maybe if I write fast enough, I can still make it to the field before dark.
But Alex wasn't thinking about what else was waiting for him that night, or the strange glow he'd soon notice by the bridge. At sunset, Alex takes the family dog Rusty for a walk. He heads toward the old stone bridge that stretches over Willow Creek. The bridge had stood in Willowbrook for more than 100 years. Most people walked across without a second thought. But tonight, something was different. A soft golden light shimmered beneath the stones, as if the bridge itself was breathing with hidden magic.
What is it, boy? You see something?
Alex stepped closer, his sneakers crunching against the gravel. And then he saw it. A small carving in the stone he'd never noticed before. It looked like 2 hands reaching out to each other, almost like they wanted to build a bridge between worlds. And just as his fingers brushed against the stone, the ground trembled, the air shimmered, and the bridge began to change. A beam of light bursts from the carving. A figure emerges, a tall guardian spirit cloaked in silver and gold, with eyes that seem both kind and piercing.
At last, a child has answered the call.
What? Who are you? What's happening?
Alex's heart pounded like a drum. He wanted to run, but his feet felt glued to the ground. The guardian stepped closer, his voice echoing like wind over water.
This bridge is not just stone. It is a passage, a test, and you, child, have been chosen to walk it.
Me? Chosen? You've got the wrong kid. I'm not special. I'm just Alex.
That is exactly why you were chosen. The bridge reveals itself only to those with a heart still learning what it means to be strong, kind, and true.
Alex didn't know whether to feel honored or terrified, but one thing was certain. His ordinary night had just become extraordinary. As Alex stood frozen under the glow of the ancient bridge, the guardian's eyes seemed to look right through him. He didn't understand why he was here, or why this strange figure believed he was chosen. But before Alex could even think of another excuse, the bridge itself began to shift and stretch. The stones rearranged like puzzle pieces, creating a path that reached into the unknown. Rusty whined and tugged at his leash, but the guardian raised a hand.
The first step is always the hardest. Will you walk forward, Alex?
I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. What if I fail?
Failure is only refusing to try. Step onto the bridge, and you will begin your trial.
Alex took a shaky breath, tightened his grip on Rusty's leash, and stepped forward. The world around him shimmered. Suddenly, he wasn't standing by Willow Creek anymore. Instead, he found himself in a familiar but strange version of his own home. Alex blinked in surprise. He was in his living room, His backpack was still lying open, his shoes kicked off near the door, but everything looked exaggerated, almost like he was watching his life through a magnifying glass.
This is my house? Did the bridge just teleport me here?
Rusty barked, running straight to the corner where a stack of unwashed dishes teetered dangerously high. Then Alex noticed his mom's voice calling from the kitchen, not the real one, but an echo, like a memory given life.
Alex, please don't forget your chores again. You promised you'd take care of the dishes yesterday, remember?
Ugh, not this again.
The trial wasn't about monsters or puzzles. It was about something Alex faced every day, responsibility, and the bridge wasn't going to let him escape it. Suddenly, the pile of dirty dishes began to rattle and clink. They grew taller, higher, until they became a shimmering tower that blocked Alex's path. The smell of leftovers filled the air, and greasy water dripped down like a waterfall. Rusty barked and jumped back.
Gross. Okay, I get it. I was supposed to do the dishes. But does it have to be this nasty?
A promise left undone grows heavier each day. Will you carry the weight, or will you run from it?
Alex sighed. His instinct was to argue, but he could feel something deep down. This wasn't about dishes. It was about the way he often shrugged off what people counted on him for. He stepped closer to the tower.
All right. If this is what I have to do, then I'll do it.
He grabbed a sponge that appeared in his hand like magic and started scrubbing. The moment he cleaned one plate, it dissolved into light. Then another, and another. Each dish he washed made the tower shrink smaller and smaller.
Whew. Okay, this isn't so bad. Just gotta keep going.
But as the tower shrank, it began to resist. Plates clattered, forks clinked, spoons tried to slip from his hands. Responsibility often fights back when you've ignored it too long.
No way. I'm not quitting this time. I will finish. Don't resist, you dishes.
Finally, with one last scrub, the tower of dishes crumbled into golden dust, vanishing into the air. The path cleared, and Alex stood taller than before. For the first time, he felt proud.
You see, Alex? Responsibility is not about chores or tasks. It is about trust. When you promise to do something, and you follow through, others know they can depend on you. And when they can depend on you, you grow stronger too.
Yeah, I guess I didn't realize how much it matters. It's not just about dishes, huh? It's about keeping my word.
Exactly. The first trial is complete, but more lies ahead.
Before Alex could ask what the next trial would be, the golden dust swirled around him like a storm. The world blurred, and he felt himself being pulled deeper into the bridge's magic. Responsibility was just the beginning. Empathy would be next. Do you like the story? Do you want to know what happens next? This is not the end of Alex's trial yet. The second part is coming up next week. What do you learn from today's story? Responsibility is to always finish what you have to do, including your homework, your studies, and your chores. And anything that you need to do to help out around the house, and anything you need to do as a child, a student, a sibling, or even a pet owner. When you can be responsible, you show that you can be trusted, you can be relied on. Trust is earned. So, what's your responsibility? Think about it, and from today, make sure you finish it always. Remember, a promise left undone grows heavier each day. This is Story Sprout. If you like our stories, like and subscribe. And come back next week to find out what happens to Alex next. If you like today's story, don't forget to like and subscribe. And remember, big heart grow from little stories.